Hello,
and welcome.
to the Minimum Wage Podcast,
Or even the name is above our pay grade.
So today, we are on video, and
Yes.
thus, World War III happened.
Indeed. If World War III happened before this got uploaded, we're sorry.
I mean, there's not really a whole lot we can do about it.
It's really outside of our control.
You know what's crazy, actually?
What?
Even if World War III were to happen, unless it was nuclear, this pod would still be up in video.
Indeed, and if it was nuclear, it probably wouldn't.
It probably, chances are.
Based off of, a couple things.
Well, I hate to say it, but if it was a nuclear war, then probably nobody would care if it was on video.
I've probably been atomized at this point.
Probably. I mean,
Mercy.
if there's nuclear war, there are so many nuclear bombs, so many
it's
people.
outrageous.
Oh my gosh.
Everyone.
Nobody would even be able to watch this, dude, because there'd be nobody left on Earth.
Mercy.
Yeah. I mean, we could blow up the Earth so many different times.
This is blown up so many different ways.
Dude, it's ridiculous.
We're innovative.
The U.S. alone could probably blow up the entire Earth like 1,000 times.
If they wanted to, they could probably do a lot. It's just they just don't want to destroy the Earth. I mean, destroying the Earth is very easy. Just toss nukes up in the atmosphere.
I mean, yeah, absolutely.
Really. Just 1, 2, 3,
Easy
and then you got a
peasy.
hole. And then
The thing is, though, obviously, you would love for the entire Earth to not be destroyed. You'd love for only your enemy to be destroyed.
Yes.
And the problem really with that is every enemy that we really have has nukes as well.
Indeed.
And enough to blow up. Oh,
No, roll with it.
I'll believe it.
Yep.
Yeah. Enough to roll out absolute destruction on the entire Earth.
Yeah.
Multiple different times.
Nukes are a bit of a problem.
They are a bit of a problem, but they're a bit of a solution to the problem of your enemy having nukes.
But they're it's both what creates the problem and the fix to the problem.
Yeah, it's
and
crazy.
That's why we're just locked in this, headlock of everyone needs to have nukes.
Yeah.
Because if you have nukes, no one will use nukes against you.
It's problematic for sure. And it's crazy too. Some people try to tell me that we're not living in the craziest time ever.
We're really swinging, Mercy.
Oh yeah, dude. This swing, I don't know, it's something to look at on the pod, dude.
Last week, we actually filmed right there. Where we essentially moved 10 feet left. We're actually at the spot that you wanted to do originally.
Yeah.
And yeah, if you're not watching this on video and you're just listening on Spotify, then you wouldn't know. Anyways, speaking of Spotify,
Rip.
Last week's episode was meant to already be on Spotify. This is being recorded on a Thursday, which will be important later.
Will it?
It will. Because
Why?
we're going to talk about, what it is.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, it's not on Spotify. Mainly because life's been crazy. Right? As always. Because it's just
dude.
unnecessarily crazy.
Yeah,
And-
right now it's midterms. Well,
And I'm
now it's
still
not midterms.
trying to find out how that stuff works. Actually, it is currently still midterms for me. I still have not taken one.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
That is kind of crazy.
Because it gives me all week. By the way, this is episode 11. I don't think we mentioned that.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is episode 11.
Welcome to episode 11.
I won one, baby.
011.
Mercy.
They say when you pass episode 10 as a podcaster that you've actually become a podcaster. And you know what's crazy?
Yeah.
Not a thing feels different.
No.
But actually, when you think about it, we've had
Hang on.
Already 10.
If we want to examine this as a topic, it does feel different. So before we started publishing podcasts on the internet, there was a lot of podcasts that we already made, as we've mentioned many times.
Tons.
But I will say that around the 10-ish area there, I think episode 10 was that one really banging one.
The one that clicked.
That was the one.
That might have actually been the one that clicked. Yeah.
That was the fact of the matter. We had an episode that we did that will never see the internet.
I can't even speak, dude.
Marcy?
That episode has me absolutely fumbling my words.
Dude, that episode was so good.
It was so good,
it was
and we
actually
can never
incredible.
see it again.
Yeah, it was
It's
incredible.
so sad, dude.
Mercy. We
I
had
want to
such
watch
a great
it.
conversation.
I want to watch it.
Yeah, I want to watch it.
The thing
It's
is,
so-
I want to
it
watch it, dude.
annoys me.
That's why it's so annoying, because honestly, okay, I'd love for y'all to be able to watch it.
Mercy.
Purely self-centered. I really, really want to freaking watch that.
Exactly. And we can't because it was gone.
It's gone, yeah.
It's just gone.
And never to be found again.
Because it's
I don't
just
know.
Gone.
I
It's
could,
just gone. I
could not tell you how
it's
it's
just
gone.
gone. That's the
It's
fact
just
of
gone.
the matter.
Dude,
I mean,
so sad.
needless to say, this man's computer
SSD committed suicide.
has been having some problems, and maybe I have it on video. Maybe I even post a bit of that.
Okay.
I could take it and I could.
Wait,
like,
you
make
have
some
that
cuts.
pod on video?
I have what was happening on video. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And
yeah,
maybe
yeah,
we
yeah.
can even talk about that.
Yeah, maybe we could. We could say, like, this is the point where we lost the best podcast.
But okay, so yeah, we were we were in a place where we used to make the podcast. Now we don't make them there.
Yes.
And we had just like finished our podcast. I think we even like posted something. I'll like a little clip from our podcast because of like how good it was.
Oh, yeah. I do think, because look, I remember
the
us
next
playing
thing
it
you
back,
know-
like, wait, did we even play it back? I don't think we got the chance.
I think we played back a minute of it.
Did we?
Yeah.
We played it back to record the video.
Yeah.
Okay. Dude,
And then it was gone.
then it was gone.
And I was like, what do you do at that point?
You cry.
You
You have no other option.
have no other option but to curl up in a ball and cry.
Yeah, literally.
You know, like what?
That's
what else
game
is
over
there?
right there, dude. That's the end of the day for me, as far as
Mercy.
I'm concerned. It might be 8 a.m., but best believe I'm going home. I'm going to sleep.
But yeah,
I'm
you know,
taking the night off. I'm taking the afternoon off. Whatever, dude.
I think that's what I did. I'm pretty sure me and you just both like went home and we just didn't do anything.
I
for the rest of the
couldn't.
day.
My mind could not process what had
I
happened, dude.
I was just
'Cause-
sad. I was like, oh my gosh, that
Look,
was incredible.
It went from up here
To
to
like
down here, like
that.
down. Like I can't even go that low.
Mercy, 6 feet under,
6 feet under.
all the way down to
doggone it.
Hades, Lord.
Oh, it's in China.
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 All the way down to China.
All
That's
the
how
way
far
down to
the way.
China,
Mercy,
dude. That's how
Lord.
far down it went. And that going from so high to so low so quick
Mercy.
is devastating, good lord.
Indeed.
And best
Yeah,
believe I had to go home and take a at least 10-hour nap.
Mercy.
I had to just process the things in my mind. My body had to be asleep so my mind could go to work. And doggone it, I woke up.
His mind was in tatters.
I woke up a
And
new
it-
man,
and it
but
had a piece
still
of bacon.
shattered, dude.
Indeed, dude.
I was a
I
new
still
man,
have
but still
not gotten
shattered.
over that.
No, not at all.
I never will, probably.
There's no way I can, dude.
Yeah.
There's no way I
Um,
can. I still think about that at least every week.
Yeah. So that's that. We lost that podcast. Now,
Sad.
speaking of losing stuff, a lot more recently, that's actually
That's
not
facts.
what I was planning to talk about. But yeah, you know what?
Yeah,
sure, I can
all
go
right,
into
we'll
that.
talk about last week.
I'll also save. So we have a lot of lost things. We have so much lost stuff.
Yeah, we really do.
This week has just been a massive L. But this podcast is going to be our dub this week.
This podcast will be a big dub.
Indeed.
It won't be our only dub. We've got a project that we're keeping under wraps.
Oh, yeah.
It's a
Oh,
secret operation.
Top secret, mercy.
That will be the biggest dub this week, though.
That'll be a massive W.
That will be. And
For both us and y'all.
yeah, that.
Indeed.
Just stay tuned. Is all we can say about it. At this
All we're
point.
going to say. But yeah, so
The podcast last week.
last week's
doggone it.
podcast.
All right.
It's, it's not on video. It was supposed to be on video.
It was on video. It was filmed.
It was filmed. It was on video.
It was on video.
But then it isn't.
It isn't.
Doggone it, what happened to make that happen, though?
Doggone it, I could not even begin to explain, bro.
Exactly. We got two computer science, a computer science and a cybersecurity
Cybersecurity major.
major.
And we
and
can't
doggone it,
figure it out.
We spent 4 hours trying to get this file.
Yeah, and more than that, because you even spent the
more
time
than that.
before that.
So
It's probably 8 hours
probably
in
about
total.
8 hours trying to recover these video
Just trying to
files.
get the footage.
And we could not get them. And like once we had finally like gotten them, they were ass.
They were
There's
so
no
bad.
other way to put it than they were
so
just ass.
bad, dude.
Like, they were,
All right, look. So
they
the
were
exposure
awful.
was cranked. So
It was
let's say
going
regular
wild.
exposure is at maybe 5 or 10. Okay.
I don't know what
Their
the white
exposure
scale was
at
doing.
1,000.
I don't know what the white scale was doing.
I
There
could
was
not
some
even
weird
begin to
balance between
explain
things.
what was going on to make the footage look
This
like
better
voodoo.
look good.
It was horrible, dude.
This one better look good.
It literally looked like I was a ghost.
Indeed, it was awful. Yeah, and so we're like, we can't upload this. We're not gonna post it being on video until we have like a proper file that hasn't been corrupted
Yeah.
by random
Oh my gosh.
garbage, man. You know.
Dude, yeah. There's no way that file was what was actually coming out of the phone.
Indeed, and this is a great opportunity for us to throw some shade at Apple. Apple,
Goodness gracious.
why the hell can we not transfer large video files over 4 gigs?
Yeah,
over a
when you're
wire?
making cameras that run...
When I'm capturing in 4K at 60 frames, I'm using up 4 gigs by the time I hit 10 minutes.
Exactly.
If I'm trying to
That's
record
the bottom
anything
line.
over 10 minutes, you're telling me that's stuck on my phone?
No way,
Nah.
no how.
That cannot be happening. If I'm capturing... Also, Lightning on the iPhone 14 Pro, what is that? Where's my USB-C?
Where is the USB-C at,
I'm
dude?
capturing pictures in 48 megapixel in ProRAW, which goes up to like 90 megabytes per picture. And I'm transferring at USB 2.0 speeds. That takes like 2 seconds for like one picture.
It's horrible.
It's like mercy.
It's ridiculous. They do need to just go to USB-C. Did you see that thing in the UK where they're...
I did. I don't know if I actually agree with that because,
Oh, really?
like, what about when people make new stuff?
What do you mean?
Like, move. What if people want to have things other than? I don't think we.
Oh,
we should
something
just have-
quicker than USB-C?
Well, okay, USB-C is not the best answer to everything. Forcing everything to have
Okay.
USB-C is not right. Apple.
I thought it was
Apple,
phones. I thought it was just phones.
But they plan to expand that.
Really?
Yeah.
Weird.
So, like,
Huh.
just phones, I can kind of see, but still,
You don't need USB-C for a lot of things. There's micro USB
yeah. There's
on
micro USB.
so many things, and that works just fine.
Um,
Would everything with micro
USB Type
USB...
A.
Wait, would
is-
everything with micro USB be better with USB-C?
I mean, not necessarily like better. It's like, does it even need it? Like,
Yeah.
do you need USB-C? Like, some things don't even use the max speed of micro.
Really?
Some things don't even pull, the maximum amount of power allowed through. It's like,
Wow.
sometimes
That is crazy, yeah.
it's just not needed. Why force everything to have it when you just don't
Yeah,
need it?
when
And
you
like,
don't need it.
yeah, I guess it makes less cables and less e-waste.
No, it
And-
doesn't, because people have to throw out all those micro USB cables that they have right
Well,
now.
right. That's what I was saying. Technically, it makes less then, but then everyone's gonna be pitching all their cables, and I don't know. Maybe that's like an argument for like why Apple isn't doing it. Is maybe for like because they don't want to create all that e-waste. They want to have something for people to use their lightning cables for. But like I could see you don't need the AirPods in USB-C.
No.
Those can definitely be on Lightning, and some people would want it to be on USB-C just so that they can like charge
Use the
it,
same cord for everything.
But it's got wireless charging anyways, so
Yeah.
that plugs their AirPods in, except for when they like are really in need of some battery.
True. No, that's literally it.
And
like, I'm an
again,
AirPods owner,
you
and I can
wouldn't
attest.
need anything more than what than what a Lightning cable can draw anyways.
Yeah, that's the bottom line.
Because USB-C would be pulling. Imagine charging your AirPods at like 65 watts. Just
They would
pop.
explode.
Mercy.
That's
would be
crazy,
wild.
dude.
That would also charge in about a minute.
Yeah, it would be so
It'd be like,
quick.
meow. But they get so hot though.
They get super hot, And I think their battery life would be diminished because of that.
Yeah, because of how hot they'd get.
Yeah.
That'd
That'd be tough.
You know, you don't need it.
Yeah, Lightning's pretty good for AirPods,
It's pretty
especially
good for AirPods.
considering how much life you get in the AirPod case.
And everyone's got AirPods.
Yeah, it's
So,
true.
like, I'm not going to say everyone, but as we mentioned previously, AirPods alone is a big industry.
Mm-hmm.
A big industry.
Gigantic.
I mean, the amount of people I see walking around on campus that have AirPods is like mercy. You know?
I know when people have AirPods if they have more than one Apple product.
Interesting.
Yeah, because I ask people, I see that they've got the phone, I see that they got the watch. I'm like, you have AirPods, don't you? And not a single time have I been told no.
The whole point of Apple, right, is it's it's the ecosystem.
It is the ecosystem.
And the reason why, like, if someone has a phone and a watch, that they usually have the AirPods is because once you bought two things, you bought you are officially a part of the of Apple's ecosystem.
Yes, you are.
And then you begin to look around in the ecosystem, see what's available, and then you see these things called AirPods, and they're just so convenient.
They are so incredibly good at what they use for.
Like that, they are tied in with the OS so well.
So seamlessly.
Transferring between my iPad and my phone, seamless. Less than a second.
Mm-hmm.
Some people have said they have problems. I don't know. I run on beta versions as well, so like I am open to dealing with problems, but I don't have problems.
You
with
should
that.
be the one having problems.
Exactly. But I'm not. And yeah, we do have problems with me running on beta versions of iOS.
We definitely do have problems. That's what I think might have been some of the problem for this.
That might have been some of the problem for how that worked. But one last comment on Apple before we move on to a new subject. I think Apple will ultimately be the tech company.
Yeah, no doubt.
And the reason I'm going to say that Apple will be the tech company, even if people hate Apple, is actually just recently, for the first time, there are more people who have Apple phones in the U.S. than those who have Androids. Because
really,
nobody really transfers from Apple to an Android.
Yeah.
Because once you're in the ecosystem, like say, you buy your Apple phone and you buy your Apple Watch, then you're stuck. That's it. Once you do that, you're stuck.
Yeah.
And that's what business Apple's in.
Yeah, the reality is these days the only people that are running multiple different phones like Apple or Android in a given year are those people that can afford buying the newest of the new for both of them.
Indeed.
And getting the newest of the new ecosystem wise. So like if you have of course like another 10 grand just to spend on technology every year. Every single year, that's just written off. 10 grand I'm going to be spending on my new phone, my new watch, all that.
So, like, every year, I could just say, you know what, this year, I'm going to go with Apple. And then I go buy Apple newest phone, newest watch, newest AirPods, newest Mac.
Yeah.
Boom, I'm set for that year. Then I say, you know what, I want to go, next year,
I want to get Android.
Android. So I like some, ROG phone, and I get my freaking MSI laptop and my, Galaxy Watch. Or something, I don't know. I'm just naming watches or something.
Yeah, I don't know what's compatible with anything over there.
What are some other good wireless headphones?
I don't know. Get some Sony.
Yeah.
I don't know. Something.
I do know
or
they make
Audio
some
Technica
good products.
But that would be on the cheaper end.
Yeah.
You could go for Bose and go insane.
Oh yeah, Bose. Go insane. Yeah, exactly. Grab some Bose. But even then, I'd probably still keep my AirPods. I'm not gonna lie.
AirPods.
I'll probably still be keeping my AirPods, and then I could change back, and I could just change back mid-year. I could do it whenever I want. Like if you have that much money, it doesn't matter. But if you're someone who's in it for a long time, who's trying to get their best value over time, once you get into that Apple ecosystem, that's it.
Yep.
It's done.
You ain't going nowhere.
You ain't going
also,
back.
The problem with it, I would say, the big problem is, like you said. Once the people are in it, they're sticking with it, not only because of the fact that the products are so good at connecting with one another, the products last a long time. So if you've got something that's not broken, it works fine.
Indeed.
It's so hard for you to switch to something that is different.
Yeah.
Even because it might be like a little quicker at doing some certain things or whatever. If you've got, take for instance a watch. This is the 3rd generation Apple Watch,
This is
right?
Gen 6. Gen 3. Gen 6. Gen 6.
And Gen 3 works just fine, dude.
Indeed.
And I've had it for
and they're on Gen 8
years
now.
Yeah.
So that's a 5-year-old watch.
Yeah.
But it still works.
Yeah. It still works exactly like
still
the day
runs,
I got it.
I believe, their newest operating system, yeah?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, he's running latest OS, and are you having problems with, it running slow or not having enough battery?
Nothing at all. It works exactly like the day I got it, dude.
Apple is incredible like that.
Yeah. So the fact of the matter is, once you're in there, you're hard pressed to be leaving, unless you've got plenty of money to get the absolute top of the line somewhere else.
So yeah.
Man.
At the end of the day, Apple will win the large part of the industry, leaving people who are diehard Android fans and those who have money to be buying
Apple.
And those who have money to be buying all the Android stuff. So yeah.
Indeed, dude.
Yeah.
Well, I think there will always be like a market for Android, because there's always going to be like the Oppo or the other like Xiaomi, like tons of different companies that are making like OnePlus.
Well, right.
Tons of different companies that are making phones that are...
Also, I will say, buying Android is good if you're not someone who buys an ecosystem, if you just want a phone.
Okay, yeah.
Then I'll say, in a lot of cases, buying a $180 Android phone or something, that's not a bad choice.
Not bad at all.
Because if you're not there for the phone, the watch, the AirPods, the iPads, all the crazy stuff, then I guess that's just not what you want.
Yeah, especially with older folks.
If you do want all that crazy stuff, then
Yeah,
then
especially with older folks, and I think this is one thing that Apple has actually realized. Is that
Apple's
people have been buying their older folks Androids because all they care about is just the phone. They just want a phone that just can call and text people. Is there a squirrel?
What a he came so close.
Was so close.
You were so close to us.
What in the world?
Go over there and bury your nuts.
Squirrel.
All right, but by the way, so before this podcast started, there was a squirrel that we were joking we should have on as a guest. And
I think he's back.
He was burying his nuts. And Dalen asked how he remembered
Is he burying it again?
How he remembered where he buried his nuts. And I think it's because they bury him in one general area or a couple general areas. And this man just planted
another nut.
He was off expeditioning, searching for a nut. For some scrumptious nuts.
Dude, that's crazy. I've actually never seen a squirrel bury a nut.
Mercy. I've seen it hundreds of times.
Wow.
Mercy.
I guess I don't really watch squirrels like that. When I see them, I'm like, oh, there's a squirrel.
Mercy.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Well, there's a squirrel.
I forgot what we were talking about. That was the most ADHD thing ever.
Dude,
that was literally a squirrel moment. Oh no.
That's funny. We were talking about the walled garden, how if you've got money,
walled garden,
you're going to be potentially less adverse to switching. Anyway, speaking of money. Somebody happened to lose their wallet.
Indeed. I lost my wallet this week on the bus, I believe, at my college. Oh,
actually, yeah. You don't even know where it got lost at, do you?
Well, I think the most likely place is on the bus.
Yeah.
On the way home. I was actually wearing these pants, I think.
I wish I had told you.
And my wallet must have, fallen out. I searched high and low for it. Didn't find it.
Indeed.
But then I got a call from the student ID office at our college, informing me that they had they asked me if I had lost anything recently, and I said, yes, I lost my wallet. And they said, okay, come to this place at this place at this address, because there was many things at the address. And I went there, right? I show up and I'd like sign into this thing, I thought my name in. Then the lady behind the counter is like, all right, is that you? All right, next, calls me up to the window.
She said, is that you?
Yeah. All right, walk up. And she says, can you describe the item? And I'm like, all right, it's a black wallet. It's small. It's thin. Has an elastic strap around the outside. Has a little piece on there for the cash strap. Has a little slide in the bottom, and the cards come up. And, and it's like, all right, that's good. Now, before I give it back, I'm going to need to see some ID. And I'm like,
bruh.
Huh? I was like, huh? And she went, before I hand this back to you, I'm going to need you to show me your driver's license or ID.
No,
and I
what
said,
the hell?
I said, no, that's in my wallet.
Bro, what?
And she seemed, like, absolutely, like, astonished. Like, it's in your wallet? And she like,
was she really astonished?
And she like pulls it out, and she's like, I guess I'll give it back to you. And then I was like, thanks. And I like, pull the ID. I'm like, I mean, here it is. And she's like, yeah, but usually I like ask people to show me their ID before I give their wallet back. And so I'm like, where are people keeping their IDs?
Where are people keeping their IDs?
Where are people keeping their IDs? Because
what the heck? That makes no sense to me whatsoever.
My driver's license in my wallet,
I have met literally like 5 people in my entire life that keep their ID somewhere other than their wallet.
Well, I only know of one other place.
Where?
In the back of the phone.
Okay, that's fair, yeah.
Yeah.
But most people have like a little wallet in the back of their phone.
Does everyone do that?
I mean, there's a lot of people that have it like that.
Well, I don't know about a lot of people. Mercy.
I would say there's a lot of people that have it like that, honestly.
I don't.
I didn't even think about that fact, actually, though.
If someone has a wallet, then why would they be also...
Yeah, if they have a wallet, it's probably in there.
If they have a wallet, it's probably in there. So
most people just bring around, like these days, if they've got their ID in their phone, they've probably got at least a card or 2 in their phone, too.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing is, too, these days, you can just have the Apple Pay cards on your phone.
Yeah.
And then all you need is your ID in your phone.
I would like to have my ID in my phone, and that just be valid and able to be accepted.
Oh, you're saying the ID, like, stored in your phone. Yeah, I want that so bad.
I want that so bad. I want to do away with plastic IDs. Yeah. I don't know. I forgot why people were really opposed to it. I think it was like ID theft
Security?
Or something. Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
I don't know either.
If you own Apple, you're good. So
yeah, you're absolutely fine. I mean, ID theft is.
If they made that a thing, it would be made by our country's best people.
Yeah.
Probably in close association with the phones that it would be going on.
Without a doubt.
And it'd probably be secure. And people are like, oh, but then the government would be able to, like, track us and all that. Well, maybe not.
No.
Maybe it's just an app that scans. I mean, maybe they could track us. Maybe they can already do that. Maybe they already record all the phone calls.
They already do. There's no doubt. There's literally zero doubt about that.
Maybe the government has access to your search history on Google.
Beyond the shadow of a doubt, they do.
That's actually a fact. And they are able to do these things called key search warrants or key term search warrants or something like that, where they are able to like look at who looked up certain things around a certain time in a certain place.
Wow.
So,
that's wild.
If you're ADHD, you're screwed, because if you think of something, you're like, you know what, I'm gonna look that up.
You look it up immediately.
Yeah. You know, have to know the answer.
Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know, that's
what a
wild.
world we live in.
Indeed.
Do you want a government that can see your search history?
No, I don't want a government that can see my search history. I want a government that can scan my ID on my phone now.
Do you want a government that can protect you from terrorists?
I do. Yeah.
Well, the government seems to think that protection from terrorists and seeing your Google search history are one and the same.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah. I think that's the whole purpose for, like, the super invasive surveillance. Like, the guys behind it, I guess.
Exactly. I know that's the guys behind it, but at the same time, nah.
No way. Honestly, that is the guys behind it, but I think there are way, way more effective methods. Like,
Indeed.
For instance, just watching immigrants versus the entire population. Especially...
Right, well, okay, that's... Terrorists can be a domestic terrorist as well.
That's fair, but how many domestic terrorists have we seen?
Not such... Well, actually, I probably reckon that there are a fair amount that is probably not as
prolific,
as well known or as prolific as the major events, such as like 9/11 and things like that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, honestly,
yeah.
I'm not an expert. I don't know what the other methods are.
We don't claim to be experts.
I know for sure.
There'll probably be links about something about this. Who knows? Something explaining
something about
what the fact of the matter is.
Oh man. Yeah, but the thing about it is, there's other methods that could definitely work just as well without having to track everybody on every phone call, on everything they search. There's really no need for that if we can get a better method, like, for instance, looking at key terms. Like, if you're searching this, like, Arabic text, insert random Arabic text here, you might be a terrorist.
Wait, you can't say that.
Why?
Just because you're looking at Arabic text doesn't mean you're
No.
a terrorist.
Insert random word. I don't know what the text is, but it's like how to make bomb, or like how to praise Allah in the most prolific way. I don't know, something like that.
What?
Something like that, dude. I don't know what the CIA or FBI is looking for, but it's something. I don't know what their key terms are, dude. Come on.
I certainly hope they're better than just how to praise Allah in the most prolific way.
That's their only filter, dude.
I mean...
They have no other term that they look at.
Like,
they look at that one, and it's 100% effective. They have never not caught a terrorist.
Really? Really? Is that the commitment? Is that so? Is that the fact of the matter? Is that the case?
There ain't no two ways about it. That's a fact of the matter.
They never missed a term. They missed a single
they have a
one.
100% success rate, dude.
Oh, mercy. Oh, goodness gracious.
Oh, man.
I mean, so I'm sure... I mean, if you're looking up, probably...
I'm still thinking about that.
Probably either how to make or where to buy, or simply the names of chemicals and compounds used to make like bombs and shit.
Yeah.
In like close proximity. Then they'll probably be like, hey, why is this guy looking, how to make bombs? I'm pretty sure... If you purchase all of those things in the same time, it'll send it to them. By the way, how that works, so they don't just see your banking history always. I think there's a program that runs a sort of an AI that looks for when like certain things are bought in close proximity, and then it sends the alert that the items were bought in close proximity. Not like there's an FBI agent like looking through your history actively. It only sends the alert whenever the AI recognizes it, and you're like, oh, well, the AI is going to go all rogue on us.
Don't be fooled, though, because if they want to look at your history, they absolutely can.
Don't be fooled. If they wanted to, they absolutely could. Why would they? As of right now, I mean... And yeah, there's always at some point, what if they want to, that could always change, they could use it for this. Well, you know what?
They'd have to look through so much, though.
we could either live in fear our whole lives, or we could try to advance. You know, that's what I'm saying.
So what you're saying is overthrow the government, right?
That's what I'm saying.
That's what he's saying.
That's the bottom line.
Become the new government that doesn't look at your phone.
Exactly. There's the sun, by the way. You were asking how it was.
Yes,
there it is. It's probably giving us some pretty good lighting right now.
Not gonna lie, yeah, it's almost the perfect spot, especially when we're like forward right here.
Exactly.
Yes, beautiful.
Yeah. Indeed.
Yeah, dude. So that's that. One thing I do have to say is, now that the sun's coming out, I don't know, something about that gets my appetite going.
Mercy. Your appetite going.
My appetite going. And
dude,
when my appetite starts going, you know what I start thinking about?
What do you start thinking about?
Fried chicken.
Mercy.
And when I start thinking about fried chicken, you know what I start thinking about?
What do you start thinking about?
I start thinking about the fried chicken I saw on your story last night.
Mercy.
I saw this man cooking up some thick old chicken.
I was cooking some thick old chicken.
Thick old chicken,
it was
boy.
It was like this big boy drumstick.
Yes.
Nicely fried chicken. Cooked perfectly, by the way.
I see a big old pot of oil. I see some big old chicken. And I said, "Dear Lord, I need some chicken."
Mercy.
Mercy is right. So,
yep.
I pulled up to, I texted him. I said, "Hey,
yep,
I need some chicken." And he said, "I got you. Pull up on me." Pulled up on him. Got the chicken. It was in the fridge already, man. It's quick. Okay?
Mercy.
Very efficient.
Indeed.
It was already in the fridge.
That's what I do.
I pulled it out. I was going to just take a little taste and then put it in the microwave if it needed it, right? Because I knew it was cold. I knew it needed some heat. I just wanted to try it.
I even said, "Boy, are you going to toss that thing in the microwave?"
Yeah.
And
he did say that. And
what
instead, I took a bite.
He took a little...
And that was a problem because I took one bite and realized that I needed to. And realized I couldn't put it in the microwave. I had to just eat it because it was incredible.
And next thing I knew, I turn around.
The thing's gone.
And he's just holding the bone.
It's just the bone, doggone it.
Mercy, what'd you do with the chicken?
Where the drum? You just got the stick.
Mercy.
You missing the drum from that stick, boy.
Mercy. That boy done take the drum out of
that
the drumstick.
That boy done take that drum out that stick, boy.
Mercy.
Mercy's right, dude. Yeah, but it was incredible chicken. And the craziest part about it is, too, you've got a plan to make more chicken today?
I do, and this time, I'm marinating it overnight.
Yeah. It's already been marinated.
Currently, it's in the fridge.
Oh my gosh, man loves putting his chicken in the fridge.
What do you mean?
That's his thing, dude. I don't know. Both times I've seen chicken.
You haven't even seen this chicken. However, you will be seeing this chicken because I'll probably
and it won't be in the fridge
about it on my Snap.
Oh, well, actually, that's true. Yeah, I saw the chicken in the oil.
Yeah.
So, okay, so two of the three.
You'll probably see me pull it out of the fridge, and I might post every step of the process.
I would love to see that, actually.
Yeah, but that'll be on my Snap, so like most of y'all won't see it. So.
Yeah. Well, those of y'all that do see it, you are most welcome to comment and say how you think it'll taste.
Yeah. Yeah, but fried chicken, dude, I love to cook stuff, man. It's so much fun. It's so much fun to like cook something and then eat it, and it actually like is cooked right, and it tastes like perfect, and just like mercy. Now, granted, I will say, while the fried chicken I made was cooked well, and like the actual chicken wasn't, undercooked, the actual drumstick was cooked well, I was impressed with like the fact that it wasn't raw or horrendously overcooked. That was my first time ever frying chicken.
Wow.
But
yeah, it's the perfect, like not too tough from overcooking. Mm-hmm. Not red whatsoever. That chicken was definitely cooked.
Yeah.
And it was the perfect crispiness on the outside.
Well, I will say, it was not the perfect crispiness. I will say.
He's saying he's got a better one up his sleeve.
I'm saying, my goal is going after Popeyes.
Okay.
I would like to be able to make as good as or better chicken than I can buy at Popeyes. Because if I can't make better chicken than Popeyes, why am I making chicken?
Doggone it, I don't know. You just going to Popeyes otherwise.
Exactly. Why am I bothering buying the chicken, all the ingredients, cooking it all, doing it all, frying it all? What if I could just buy it and it tastes better?
Yeah. That's the fact of the matter.
Instead, I'm I'm gonna be trying a new blend of herbs and spices.
New blend of herbs and spices.
Indeed. And we'll see how that one comes out. We'll probably talk about that one next week. You know.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll let you know how it was.
Or maybe even on the Insta. Ooh, a little bit of an Insta
Possibility.
Interesting. That'd be fun.
That would be super fun.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. Maybe we do like a cooking video. That would be interesting.
That would be extremely interesting.
Post in the comments whether you'd be interested in us making a video.
Yeah, we could definitely make a cooking video.
And then based off how that one goes, maybe we make more. Who knows?
Yeah. There are definitely some dishes I can chef up, dude.
Indeed. I'm always trying to expand the stuff that I can cook. However, I usually don't let other people taste my food unless I think it's
worth a taste.
Worth a taste, indeed. So like, I'll usually cook something a couple times before I'll like say, "Here, taste this." However,
it's got to be tried and tested by yourself.
The fried chicken. So I cooked 4 pieces. I myself ate the first piece that came off, and I was like, "That's not good enough." All right, toss it away.
Okay.
And so, well, I didn't toss it away because I always eat the whole thing. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Waste not.
Waste not.
Unless it's like raw. If it's like raw to the point where like it's gonna harm you,
it's a problem. Yeah.
You might want to toss that thing like back in the oil. So you know.
Yeah, toss that thing back in the oil.
Just toss that thing back in the oil. Yeah. And then I ate my next piece that came off. That one was actually my best one. The other 2 weren't as good, mainly because they're like large.
Okay.
But that one was incredible, and I hate to tell this to you right now because it's gonna make you hungry. But the goal is to, once I have the Popeyes bacon on the outside, I'm gonna have double fried bacon wrapped.
Gracious me.
Mercy. But
oh my! Today? That's your plan?
No.
Okay. I was gonna say.
Not today.
Lord.
Not today.
Mercy. If that was entering my lips today, I think I'd die. I think I might.
Well, which is why I'm telling you now and giving you time to
prepare
your soul.
Yeah, I've got to prepare.
Food.
I've got to prepare mentally and physically and spiritually for what's gonna occur.
I'm currently in the process of researching how to copy the soul rolls at Jackie M's.
Oh. Okay.
I need to find out what type of meat they use though.
Yeah. Jackie M's soul rolls are incredible.
So Jackie M's is a restaurant in our local area that makes some bona fide soul food.
Oh my gosh. They got like 70th on a top 100 list of the best restaurants in America.
Yeah.
So,
the restaurant is called Jackie M and Sons Cheesesteak and Soul Roll, I think.
Is that what it's called? The whole name is that?
I think so.
That's crazy. I thought it was just Jackie M and Sons.
Well, I think on the sign at the restaurant it has like a thing underneath. I don't know. But
I think that's probably advertising what they have.
Probably.
Okay, yeah.
The food they had there is, cheesesteaks, soul rolls. They got chicken wings. They got a lot of really good
we've got to tell you what a soul roll is, doggone it. Y'all don't know.
That's true.
A soul roll is like an egg roll. However, it's stuffed with other things.
Yep. Instead of having your usual, egg roll stuffings, you got cheesesteak in there.
You got cheesesteak. You got buffalo chicken.
Small, sliced up pieces of perfectly cooked melt in your mouth steak.
Yes.
Right. And some cheese. Or
perfectly cooked small pieces of chicken with some buffalo sauce and some cheese as well.
They also have jerk steak. I've never had it.
I haven't had that one either,
but
dude.
I've heard that it's incredible. Is that what we're getting lunch today?
That's exactly where we're getting lunch today. There was no other way we could go anywhere else.
Mercy. Okay, well, I'm looking forward to that.
Dude, I can't wait for lunch.
But yeah, and it is just this incredible, pretty small, it's not like a restaurant. It's a small shack and they make the food in the shack, and then you
Well, it actually used to be a
order up.
restaurant.
It used to be a restaurant.
This is before some people's time. You know, there's a lot of folks that are new up on it.
I'm new up on it.
I have to say, I've been going there for quite a while. I've been able to enjoy the benefits of
Jackie's.
Jackie's.
People didn't share it with me earlier. I'm like,
dude,
bro,
yeah.
You've been holding out on me this whole time.
For real, I think the thing is, like, I would save it for myself, like it would be special occasions.
Oh,
so
dude.
I wouldn't go there that often. If I was going there,
it's not food you eat often, because like how they serve their cheesesteaks is they take this like white box that they put the food in. They put your cheesesteak cut in half in like 2 segments, and then they have fries. The rest of the box is fries, all of it.
Yep.
And they get to some pretty big sizes of cheesesteaks as well. They got some big boys. They cost like $18.
Yeah,
and they're
crazy.
worth every dollar, every penny.
Every single penny, dude.
Mercy.
Yeah, and then the soul rolls, you get 3 of these little egg roll things for like $6, I believe.
Fried to perfection.
Perfection. I have never not enjoyed the food that I've gotten at Jack Yams.
Yeah, except I've never not felt like it's food for your... It's called soul food, so it feeds your soul, but your body aches.
Your body is in ruins. Your body is in absolute decay.
Your whole digestive tract is in disarray.
Oh
you
my
know? It's just wild.
Gracious. Your soul is happy, your body is not.
Indeed.
Oh my gosh.
It
yeah,
tastes
you
so
will
good,
walk.
though.
You know,
you won't walk. You'll be sitting down. You'll be taking a nap.
You'll be rolling.
You'll be rolling.
Wherever you go, you'll be rolling,
rolling,
dude. Yeah, you will not even be able to walk.
Mercy. Yeah.
Man. Rest assured, run will not be in the cards.
Run is not the name of the game here.
No. It's so nice being out in nature, dude.
Yeah.
It feels good. You got birds around you. You got sun coming out now, finally.
By the way, if you're wondering why we keep looking down here, this is how we're taking our audio. So everything we're doing for this podcast and last podcast is all being done on Apple products. We're using my phone for the camera, my iPad for the audio, because that has a great camera and these have some pretty good mics.
Indeed.
So why not?
Yeah. And I am doing nothing with my Apple products right now.
Yeah, you know.
It's incredible. We're using both of yours and I'm doing nothing. I'm going to have full battery on everything.
Mercy.
This is my plan from the start.
Well,
I pulled up saying, I know John's going to be out of battery by the time that we get done with the pod.
Actually, I could probably have my MagSafe battery pack on there while it's recording. So, yeah, I can just...
Yeah, that's crazy.
Just pump it up. That's crazy, though.
That is crazy.
Mercy.
Yeah.
But, yeah,
Man.
So
today is Thursday.
Mercy,
and
which I did say was going to be important.
Yeah.
And now it is.
Now it is important.
This is the moment where Thursday...
And this is the moment you were talking about?
This moment
where Thursday is important?
Yep,
Okay.
this is the one.
Thursday is important because it's day 1 of our break.
Of our fall pause that we've been talking about.
Fall pause. 2-day break.
You know, F in the chat for those who made a sacrifice for
fall
fall pause.
For fall pause.
For us.
Not for themselves. They didn't sacrifice for themselves. They sacrificed themselves.
Mercy.
That's tough.
Okay, yeah, mercy. All right, we're gonna move on. Anyways, fall
Should
pause.
we edit that out?
No.
We gotta leave that in.
Yep. Anyways, we're just rolling with it, ladies and gentlemen. We're just rolling with it here. All right. Mercy.
Yeah. So fall pause. Today is actually, even though it's fall pause, it was my registration day for next semester. It is wild, but I have priority.
You know,
really?
It's fall pause. Well, I mean, technically, I could have turned it in like 2 weeks ago, but you know, here I am putting it off to the last
till the last minute.
I mean,
yeah.
I've already
for what?
For my computer science.
The project.
Yeah,
I forgot about that thing.
Yeah,
It'll take him like a minute, so.
So. Yeah, I ignored everything that like you were saying so that I could solve it, you know, because I like solving them.
Okay.
And it was pretty cool. I was like, oh, it's just.
Wait, you already did it?
Well, I haven't actually typed it out, but in my
Okay.
head, I'm sure that I have like essentially gotten the answer, and then
Okay.
I just have to type it out and then press run, and then see that
Make sure that it does
it doesn't
correctly.
work, and then it's like
Even bonus? Are you getting the full 8 points?
I forgot what was the bonus.
What was the bonus? Oh, so the 3 bonus questions were: can you display the notes without? Or no, that was a 0.5. Can you display the notes without the S if there's only one of them? So
I can catch that.
yeah, there's a couple of they're like all decently easy. But enough about the project.
Indeed.
Today, I got my classes for next semester.
Nice. Love to hear it.
And I have some pretty heavy hitting classes, not gonna lie.
Oh.
I'm gonna be in school a lot. That's just the bottom line.
Like how much?
Okay, so I'm 16 credit hours. I'll preface it by that.
I got
okay?
17 right now. Mercy.
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 But that is on top of I'm gonna be doing my thesis.
Ooh, yeah, that's why I'm not doing an honors thing. It's because I don't want to have to deal with the thesis.
Yeah.
Once that time comes around, you know.
Indeed.
Because
That's fair,
just,
dude.
You know, yeah.
That's absolutely fair. I knew it was gonna be coming. I was absolutely prepared for it.
Indeed.
And now, honestly, I feel super confident that I can do it pretty easily.
Indeed.
We've got a good plan. I've got a great advisor for it.
Love that.
And I've got a great group of people I'm working with. So I'm confident that I can get it done if I have the time to do it. You know? And I've started early, so I've got the time to do it.
Now, while you have a great advisor in that case, advisors in general are not always the best.
Indeed.
Needless to say, you know, sometimes they don't do a lot of advising. There have been some people in my class who have gotten very upset with their advisors because they've just been doing things without asking.
Yeah.
And or not even telling them like when they did stuff. There was one guy in my class who was getting like scholarship money, but he had to have a certain amount of hours, and his advisor like dropped him out of a class, which like dropped him below the amount of hours needed. He was like, what's this about? Like, why is there a class missing? Didn't even tell him, didn't ask, didn't tell, nothing.
What?
So I was like, what are we doing?
Just dropped him out of a class mid-semester.
Yeah.
Was he doing badly in it?
No.
What? The advisor's on crack, bro. That is wild.
But yeah.
Advisors are there only to fill classes, though. It's like ridiculous. Their only role at the university is to fill classes.
Put people in classes.
Yeah, so if you get the classes that your advisor chooses for you,
it's just because they need people next. Which is probably why I ended up in this history class, bro.
You have 5 classes. 4 out of the 5 will be with low-rated professors. Because that's just how they compose their schedule. Because you're going to be filled in with the worst classes.
I only had 2
low-rated ones.
Low-rated. One was
That's
like
great.
a 1.9, one was a 2.3.
Okay. I always chose mine because you can always choose 4+. Like, in your core classes, you're always going to find at least a 4+ professor for all of them. Well, and for me, I had priority registration, so I chose who I wanted and could get them every time.
Nice.
So I got the easiest professors and the best professors for all of my like easy core classes.
Nice.
Now that I'm in the upper level like computer science courses,
it's just all hard.
It's one professor per class.
Oh yeah, because they have that one guy who's just that.
Yeah, they have a couple of those too. It's like 2 or 3 one guys where that's like the class that they teach, right?
Mercy.
So it doesn't matter. They don't have the greatest ratings, but it's also people that are probably got into those computer science courses like by the skin of their teeth And then they realize, oh shoot, this is kind of hard, and I think it's because of my professor. It's not. It's because they're not doing their work.
Yeah, I mean, that's the fact.
There's a lot of people on Rate My Professor that you'll see. It's like, if you read the comments, you can realize like who is just not doing their work.
This isn't actually a bad teacher. It's just you weren't willing to do work.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a big difference between a bad teacher and you not doing the work for the class.
Indeed. Yeah.
And there's a lot of people that will still give their professor a 1 out of 5 stars because they didn't do their work.
Yeah, which is wild.
It is wild indeed.
Truthfully outrageous.
Dude, with registration, actually, it wasn't as cut and dried as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I had one... Well, actually, I had some premonition that it might be, like, not as cut and dried because I had one class that had 5 seats open, okay? And it was an honors class as well. So that means all 5 can get filled on priority.
Oh, yeah.
So everyone, all those 5 seats are being competed for at the same time. It's not like a regular class where I'm getting in there before anybody else.
Mercy.
So it's like I actually got to hustle for it, man. And
Indeed.
So I hopped on there, and I could not log into this system that I needed to be able to use to register.
Wow.
Could not, for whatever reason, dude. I woke up late, first of all, also. I woke up like 30 seconds late. I realized...
30 seconds?
Yeah.
Or half an hour?
No, 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
I realized it was like 8 o'clock, 30 seconds.
Mercy.
Yeah, because registration opened at 8.
Oh.
So I woke up, grabbed my phone, immediately hopped on the website.
You just woke up and registered. Mercy.
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do.
I guess so. Indeed.
Because I had already been up earlier. I went back to bed, and then...
I see.
Yeah.
Mercy.
Dude, yeah, so woke up, clicked the button to register, and I could not register.
Indeed.
There was one class this one class with 5 seats had been filled already.
What?
So I said, oh, Lord Jesus.
Mercy.
So I hopped on. There's like a planner, a schedule planner type thing. You got to go look. I added a new course in, looked in. So the reason why I was taking that one with 5 seats, the reason why I was trying to get into that one was because it was the only asynchronous version of this class that I have to take.
Interesting.
Also, another problem is the other 2 have no gap like between one class and another, and they're on different campuses.
Oh, yeah. That needs to be checked manually.
So, I looked at that. There was one that had a 15-minute gap between the downtown campus and the one that we're normally at.
That's just not going to happen.
That is not going to happen, dude. 15 minutes to do that's just not going to happen. I'm doing that this semester the other way, from this campus to the downtown. And it doesn't happen. No, not at all.
I'm sure it doesn't.
It's
it's
not close. Possible. I'll tell you that. It's close.
You're really trying to make it?
I can get it about 18. 18 from the end of this class.
There's no way
to
you're
me
getting it
being
down to 15,
inside my debt. I could get it to 15. I could get it to 15, dude. It's crazy.
How many laws are you breaking?
Don't ask that on camera. Don't ask that on camera. Mercy. I'm saying it could be done. I'm not saying it will be done, right. Okay?
Yeah.
It won't be done, but it could be done.
But yeah.
Anyway, I don't want to do that, and guess what? I have to.
You have to?
Yeah. Except, actually, it's a little better because we're going from the other campus to this campus over here.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. And actually, I looked at... So I had 2 options. One, I had a 15-minute where I was going, so downtown to here, from here to the other one.
Mercy.
Yeah, 15 minutes between the switches. And I said, no, sir, I'm going to have to go with the other one where it's only one 15-minute switch.
Zooming.
Dude, I couldn't do that. My heart couldn't take that, bro. Yeah, I run, so I've got good cardio, but my heart could not take that.
I have one 15-minute swap, but it's on the same campus, so I'm set.
That is super nice.
Mercy.
That's actually optimal.
Indeed.
You know why?
Why?
Because it means that you don't have to go anywhere else. Like if you have a 2-hour break, then it's like, oh, shoot, do I stay on campus? Do I go home and then come back? However, 15-minute, easy. You go to that class and get out.
Just walk right over.
Yep.
Mercy.
So, doggone it, we're coming up on an hour.
We are coming up on an hour. Yeah, I think we've talked about a lot this podcast.
We have. There's been a lot to cover.
Yeah.
Man, is that it?
I guess that's it. So
make sure you like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Leave a comment.
Tell us if you like fried chicken in general.
Yeah, tell us if you like fried chicken, and be sure to comment if you'd like to see us maybe make a video where we cook something. And be sure to check out our Instagram at The Minimum Wage Pod. Yeah, with that said,
this has been
The Minimum Wage Podcast.
Where even the name is above our pay grade. Peace.